Hello, this video is going to show you how to create an assignment in Blackbaud. So I've logged into my psychology course. It defaults to the bulletin board, and you can see I already have my chapters or my topics set up. And I'm going to jump over to assignments. I've already made some, but I'm going to add another one. We can add assignments, assessments, or discussion questions. So an assignment is basically something like the Dropbox feature in Blackboard. The student would type up something, either like in a word processing program or whatever, and upload it, or they can type directly into Blackbaud and kind of save it that way. An assessment is where you get to choose different types of questions like multiple choice, fill in the blank, true, false, that kind of thing. And then a discussion, you know what a discussion board is. Notice that there's not any journals. So in Blackboard, we used a lot of journals. So my idea is we'll change those to discussion, but I'll make a separate video on that. So what I'm going to make right now is an assessment. I want to use the new style of assessment. The old one is just, I don't know why they even have that option in there. It's the way you used to have to do it in the program. We don't want to do that. We want to do the new one. All right, so first I need a name. This is going to be Monkeys and Morality Video Quiz. This is one of the crash course worksheets. So we can select a type. So our types here are the same as they're on Blackboard. This is going to be a minor grade. Notice we're still going to have our pre-post test. I do have survey here, but I haven't gotten any of that to work yet. We might have to do that differently. So this is a minor grade. I want the questions to appear one at a time. Students are going to get one attempt. I do want to mix them up, randomize. And if I have any multiple choice answers, right, the answer choices, I want to randomize those. I don't want them to be the same every time. I don't want students to resume independently. When they started, I want them to finish. I'm not going to put a time limit on this, but of course we would be able to, especially maybe on exams. That might be a good idea. The maximum points are going to be 100. I'm going to let it divide equally by question, but you can assign them yourself per question. If you have an essay question, you want it to be worth more than, say, the multiple choice. I want it added to the grade book, absolutely. Published grade means that the parent is going to be able to log in and see their child's grades. And yes, that is one thing that we love about this program, and we want it to do that. We want them to be able to see it. And add to cumulative means, yes, this is going to count in their grade average. So like the pre-post tests don't count in their average, so I would uncheck that. Factor, this is just one, right? This assignment doesn't count 2 or 3 times what the others do. And really we can leave them all as one, since we have different percentage weights on our exams and major grades and minor grades separately. We can just leave them all as a factor of 1. Now, if you really want to do your classes different, you can talk to me about that or whatever. I know Dr. Lacey does some of hers different, but everybody else is using that other format, which I think is great. I do want to show them the results, and they can see the questions. And I'm just clicking these right now for every assignment that I make. We can go back and change them later. I don't care that all students have submitted the attempt right before it shows results, because we're asynchronous. I didn't put a time limit, so I'm not really worried about that. I'm going to always show the questions instead of just during the marking period or on a specific date, since everybody does differently and the marking period is really the whole time anyway. And I'm not worried about showing how many points they got for each question. I'm also not worried about showing the correct answers right now. This is kind of open notes, this particular assignment, so I'm not worried about that. So maybe for math, you might want them to see the correct answers, or some of the science classes or something, you know, whatever classes. That's fine if you want them to do that. And we can, like I said, always go back and change and add that later. Right now, for all of the dates, we have to have a date here for assigned and due. I'm putting in the start of the school year, which is August 1st, and the end of the school year, which is July 31st. But we're probably going to have to change these. We'll talk about that later. So we save it. And now we can add our questions. You just click add. These are the types of questions that are available. So these would be available on tests and exams, and these are the only types available. Multiple choice, fill in the blank, essay, true, false, and matching. And I want to comment that on the essay questions, we can't put answers here. So in other words, there's just the question and then a big blank, and the student writes in their answer, and that's it. So for whatever essay questions we have, you'll have to have a separate answer sheet if you need or want one. And of course, rubrics or whatever you want to do. All right, so my question is going to be fill in the blank. You type the question, you type the answer. I'm just going to type whatever for right now. Okay, and I'm going to hit save. Now, let's say that that's it. I'm done entering all of my questions. So what you do is you hit change availability, you mark it ready for taking, and you hit save. And then you go back to the topic. Okay, this one, let's say, is for chapter 3, and I think it really is. Yeah, see, they have the monkeys and morality video that they have to watch. So you come down here to assignments, you click the pencil because you're going to edit. And I want to add this assignment to this chapter. You hit save, and then you go back to topics. Now, if I view it like a student would, you click here, you see your assignments over here. I have 5 now, a quiz, this video quiz, and the monkeys and morality video quiz is here. Okay, and available for them to take. And now I can go edit it and put my real questions in there. But that's how you create an assignment that is an assessment. Thank you.